Changes in your cervical mucus, okay, during pregnancy is what you're going to be discussing today. Those normal discharge or abnormal discharge, everything that you are going to be experiencing will be discussed, why you're experiencing it, and when it is abnormal. Everything will be discussed in this video. Okay, so you're very much welcome. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you're just new to this particular channel, you're welcome. Okay, consider hitting that subscribe button, because here we do sit down videos mostly about our health. You can also see DIYs and all that. In fact, a lot in this particular channel, so consider hitting that subscribe button. And also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. All my 10 subscribers, I can't forget you guys. Welcome to a new video. Thank you so much. So today, like I said, I'm talking about normal discharge or abnormal discharge, how to know if it's normal or not, when and how it's going to be, why. Everything will be discussed in this video. First, let's talk about what is expected during pregnancy. Okay, what is that normal discharge that you are supposed to be expecting during pregnancy? Normally, you are supposed to be expecting a kind of watery, not that watery, whitish discharge. Okay, if it's not whitish but it's close to white, it's okay, like milky discharge. Everything around this range is very much okay. But if you start experiencing or discharging something that is out from this particular range, then there is concern. We are going to go deeper into that. But what are the things that causes you to discharge more during pregnancy? If you don't know, when you are pregnant, you are going to be noticing more discharge as you go through your pregnancy. Okay, and why does this happen? That is because of high level of estrogen in your system. Okay, estrogen is higher and producing enough cervical discharge, okay, or cervical mucus. Okay, and what are the work of this cervical mucus during pregnancy? What do they do during pregnancy in your system? I know you might be worried and you'll be like, I don't really enjoy this too much discharge and all that. That's if it's too much. Okay, don't worry, because they have something they are doing. This particular discharge during your pregnancy has a lot to do. It protects your baby, okay, from infection. It protects your cervix from infection. It cleanses your cervix too, cleanses your vagina, okay. It has a lot of things that it does to your system. It will also be that particular mucus plug that you're going to be talking about in future. That's around your 3rd trimester. When you hear people say that they have seen their mucus plug, or they have discharged they are discharging their mucus plug and all that, this is opening your cervix for delivery. Okay, and that's when you start contracting for in delivery and all that. This particular discharge you're having now, some of them are going to be built up at your mucus plug. Okay, another thing that it does to your system is that it helps to prevent infection. Okay, it protects your baby. It also cleanses your system. Okay, this particular cervical discharge you're experiencing during your pregnancy has a lot of good benefits to your system. This is to tell you that your system is working very well to protect and guide your system. Okay, to guide your baby too, to make everything right. That is why immediately you take in, within days, if you are someone that understand your system, you notice that you are going to be seeing more discharge. Okay, yes, this is your estrogen working to protect your baby. So how do you know if it is something that is abnormal? How do you know if you're having abnormal discharge that needs doctor's help? Okay, first of all, if you start experiencing inching during that discharge, you are discharging and it's inching you, this is a big sign that there might be something happening. It might be ordinary candida, so you can't conclude yet, but the best thing is to go see your doctor. And another thing is, if it's giving you a foul smell, this is not something right, or a fishy smell. For example, if you start having reddish discharge, then this is not something that you should sit down and look like forget about. No, don't forget about this kind of discharge. A reddish discharge is actually telling you that you might becoming close to this miscarriaging, okay, it might not be at that time, especially when you're having reddish discharge around, like after implantation. When you have passed the level of implantation and you're seeing a reddish discharge, then this is not one thing you should look down on. Go straight to your doctor, because it might be that you're having miscarriage. It might also be that you're having a little issues down there, and it might also be that you're okay, but everything needs to be everything needs to be confirmed by your doctor. Next is when you're having greenish or yellowish discharge. This is something that is telling you that there is infection down your system, especially when it comes to vagina, like vagina infection, okay. Something like vaginosis is another thing that might give you this kind of color when you start discharging greenish or yellowish discharge. This is not something good, okay, and you need to see your doctor, because it might be infection. It might be something that is more than what you think, okay. It might be a kind of sexually transmitted infection. You can't conclude yet, so you have some certain things that the doctor will do on you, like proper tests to confirm. Another thing is when you're having gray discharge. Gray discharge might be a sign of particularly vaginal infection, not STI, okay. This particular, if it's yellowish or greenish, then it's pointing out STI infection, which is okay, that's sexually transmitted infection. But if it is in gray color and it's coming lumpy and serious, okay, then you need to see your doctor, because it might be that you're having vaginosis, okay. That's vaginal infection of any kind. Nobody knows which one it is, and you can only know if you meet your doctor and do the proper test. Another thing is when you're having pinkish discharge. When you're having pinkish discharge, it might be normal, because depending on the level where you are in your pregnancy, okay, if you are at the third trimester, as in closer to your EDD date, then it might be normal, okay. It might be your amniotic fluid that is dropping small, okay. But if it's around the first and second trimester, then you need to do something. You need to see your doctor, okay, because you really don't know what is going on. It might be an infection too. So these are the signs that you might be having abnormal discharge, okay. So number one, like I said, is when you're having yellowish or greenish discharge, when you're having gray discharge, when it's pinkish or reddish, okay. These are the symptoms that something is not right down there. And when it is accompanied with itching, redness of that particular area, like your vagina or all that, when you discharge, you are having itching. These are the things that are not good. Or when it is having a smelly discharge, a smelly odor, okay. When it's giving you maybe like fishy odor or foul odor, these kind of symptoms are not good for you, okay, especially when you're pregnant. What are the things? Why do you need to see your doctor immediately if you start experiencing this kind of thing? Number one is you need to see your doctor, because this kind of discharge might affect your baby. Yes, depending on the kind of infection that you are having. It might also be that it's not infection, but you really need to confirm, because when you're having a baby, you need to do everything the right way, okay. Another thing is that it might also stay there and develop into something greater and like affect your system completely, okay. It might also hinder your baby from growing very well. Yes, having infection in your system and leaving it right there might affect the growth of your baby. Yes, so you need to see your doctor. Why am I doing this video? Because it is very important for you to know the normal things you experience during pregnancy. And there are people that when they are seeing this normal discharge, if you are the type that has more discharge during pregnancy, you should see it as something that's normal, okay, as far as you don't have all these things I talked about which makes it abnormal, okay. But if it is okay and you have more discharge, then don't just be worried, because a lot of women will be like they are tired of having to be like wet all the time and changing and all that. This is normal and it has its work in your system. But if you are the type that doesn't get more of this discharge, that's your system. We have different kinds of systems. So a lot of women don't even have this kind of much discharge during their pregnancy. And that is normal. So, but what I'm saying is this: you should understand your system, know what is normal and what is not normal, especially when you're pregnant. Okay, so your discharge is something that will indicate to you that there's something going on down there. And don't go and start douching during pregnancy or start using soap down there when you're pregnant. In fact, it's not even good for you as a woman. Talk more of when you are pregnant. Okay, it's not something that's advisable. So these are the things that you should know about your normal discharge. But if you want to look at maybe cervical mucus and the different kinds of cervical mucus that you experience aside being pregnant, like when you are not pregnant, then check out all my other videos. Okay, I have other videos I made about normal cervical mucus and every other thing about it, so check them out. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this video. If you are fall into this kind of this category where you experience more discharge, let me also know. Okay, because I'm one of them. So, but if you don't experience much, okay, if you don't see much discharge, as far as you don't have any issues, it's okay. That's your system. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I would love to see your comment in the comment section. Also give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and see you guys in my next video.